This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 18. They hunt our steps, that we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near, our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. 19. Our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of the heaven. They pursue us upon the mountains. They lay wait for us in the wilderness. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who grew well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And citation to the Akim out there pushing this truth of sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami Camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 18 through 19, is that I'm going to show a couple of current events, a couple of articles that prove the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are all being oppressed together by this devil Esau Edom, okay? Especially when it comes to his police force, all right? And this proves that they are the 12 tribes, all right? And, you know, the Spirit got me to do this because, you know, there's a controversy out there with certain pseudo-Hebrew Israelite groups out there that now they can't trust the 12 tribes chart sign. All of a sudden now, the 12 tribes chart sign, okay, isn't valid, okay? And, you know, I find it hilarious because, you know, that 12 tribes chart sign, okay, has been on the streets, okay, way before I was born. And I'm 37 years old, okay? And again, okay, the majority of you Jakes, the bulk of you, okay, Jakes that know that you're Israelites, all right, you heard this from one of the One West camps, okay? One of the One West camps, all right? You heard it from them. You wouldn't even know you were an Israelite if it wasn't for one of the One West camps, period. Period, okay? All right? The truth came out of Harlem, New York, One West, 125th Street, okay? In fact, let's bring it out just for, you know, edification. One West, okay, Hebrew. One West Camp. The One West Camp is a subdivision of Hebrew Israelite groups that believe in the Old Testament, the New Testament, and the exclusive identification of the 12 tribes of Israel with ethnic communities of so-called Black, Latino, Native American descent in the Americas. The movement is named after its first grouping, which was located on 1 West 125th Street in Harlem, New York City. All right, I had to put the accent there because I'm originally from New York. So yeah, all right. When I get irritated, my New York accent comes out. And this is very irritating because in 2023, you got bozos out there bucking up against the 12 tribes chart sign. It's crazy, okay? The founder of the first grouping in the movement was Eber Ben Yomin, also known as Abba Bivens, who quit the Judaism-related Commandment Keepers of Harlem in 1969 to start a group based on the 12 tribes doctrine that portrayed a critical view of normative, okay, Judaism, all right? And Abba Bivens, all right, through the spare and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai, and he's Elijah coming back for you bozos out there, okay, who can't see that, all right? He's the one that came up with so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the true descendants, okay, of the 12 tribes of Israel. Those are the descendants of the 12 tribes, okay? And then High Priest Ariah broke down the tribes, okay? Each tribe, okay? Okay, so-called Negroes are Judah, so-called West Indians, Jamaicans, okay, Bahamas, right? Bahamians, Benjamin, so-called Haitians, Levites, all right? Simeon, Dominicans, so-called Dominicans, Ephraim, so-called Puerto Ricans, okay? Zebulon, Panamanian, okay? Honduras, El Salvadorian, in those regions, okay? So on and so forth. All right? And again, you wouldn't know you were an Israelite if it wasn't for a One West camp. Period. Okay? And it's very, and that's why the Lord's coming back to really to start. Let me bring this scripture out. 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 7. No, 17. 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 17. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. Right. Those that are proclaiming that they're an Israelite. Okay? Those that, okay, found out that they were an Israelite. And a lot of y'all are going to get messed up. You're going to be jacked up because you're changing the doctrine. Okay? You're now saying the so-called Negroes, you're now saying the so-called Hispanics and Native Americans are not the Israelites. Okay? The 12 tribes chart sign is false. It's not valid. So yeah, you're going to be judged, man. All right? That sign, okay, woke up, okay, a lot of our people, man. All right? And that's why the prophecies are moving so fast, man. And World War III is literally kicking in the fucking door, man. And that's why I can't wait till war, man. Because it's really going to break you wicked ass, okay, Jakes out there, all right, that are changing shit up. And we're so close to the end. The Lord, just like Yahweh Shai told the Pharisees, you shut up. Right? You shut up. What does it say? You shut up. Here we go. Matthew chapter 23, verse 13. But woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye shut up the kingdom of heaven against men. For ye neither go in yourselves, neither suffer ye them that are entering to go in. See what it says in the NLT version. Okay? What sorrow awaits you, teachers of religious laws, and you Pharisees, hypocrites? For you shut the door of the kingdom of heaven in people's faces. You won't go in yourselves, and you don't let others enter either, right? And that's why y'all bucking up against the MOTB, all right? You're bucking up against the MOTB, okay? It's clearly, literally, all right, in your face, all right? Because really, all right, you know you're condemned, and now you just want to drag everybody with you, man. Because that's why all of a sudden now, people can't get the MOTB anymore. They can't see that. The 12 tribes chart sign again. Okay, you can't see that the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites. All right, you're a bunch of hypocrites. You know you're condemned. All right, and I'm just speaking as a man. You have to be paid off. All right, and that's why you're coming out with this bullshit. Okay, let's get into this article. Bill will limit traffic stop to try to prevent police killings. Right. This is a joke, man. Esau's really clowning our people. All right. This is literally Esau making a mockery. Yeah. Let's try to pass a law to limit traffic stops. Like, come on, man. All right. They know this shit is over, man. Okay. They know the economy's gonna crash, and they're gonna have to round up Jake and put him in a FEMA camp. And this is all just to pacify Jake. And a lot of Jake gonna fall for the shit because they don't know who their enemy is. Police in Washington, that's the state, okay, will be barred from pulling over drivers for minor issues like broken taillights or expired tabs under a measure now before the state legislature. Why it matters. It's part of an effort to limit low-level traffic stops, which critics say too often escalate into violence, especially against, here we go, so-called Negroes, so-called Hispanics, so-called indigenous people. That's Native Americans, okay? Do we have to get specific what indigenous people are? All right, let's type it in. All right. Indigenous people, meaning. Let's just see. All right. Indigenous people, meaning. All right. Among indigenous people are those of Americas, for example, the Lakota in the USA, the Mayas in Guatemala, or the Aymaras in Bolivia. There you go. Okay. Because really, Hispanic, all right, and Latin, that came from Spain. All right. We're really it's really indigenous. We're the indigenous people that were living over here through North, Central, South America are the Northern Kingdom, all right? But we say so-called Hispanic Americans to get some clarity, okay? Because the Lord likes flavor, okay? You Gad and Reuben, all right? That's flavor, okay? They have their powwows, right? While Ephraim, so-called Puerto Ricans, they got their reggaeton, okay? And salsa. All right, the Lord likes flavor, okay? And you Jakes, I mean, come on, man. You should know this by now. But then again, do some of you have you Jakes grew up in the inner cities? Like New York City, Manhattan, Brooklyn, okay, Queens, Staten Island, or on the West Coast, L.A., okay, San Diego, Texas, Dallas, Houston, all right. Down here in South Florida, Miami, shoot. All the tribes are down here in Miami. All right? And the Lord has flavors. 12 tribes, 12 flavors, man. Okay? 12 brides. All right? He calls us a delicate woman. Let's get that, man. Delicate woman. All right? Jeremiah chapter 6 verse 2. I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman. Right. So he considers us as a woman. All right. And so the Lord created 12 tribes. All right. That pleases him. Okay. All right. Look at that as a metaphor. 12 women. All right. And that's why you're supposed to be getting yourself ready in your mind as the bride, getting ready for the bridegroom. Jay can't even get that metaphor. Yet they love to listen to rap and hip hop. I don't, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans, man, you get very simple when it comes to the scriptures, all right? But when it comes to rap, hip hop, dope dealing, okay, and all that shit, all of a sudden now you're fucking Einstein, all right? It's fucking crazy, man. Anyway, so that's one article. And I know I'm jumping all over the place. That's just the spirit. Here's another article. Lawyers want to question 5 Buffalo cops who ticketed minority drivers the most. Okay, a Buffalo police officer active in the strike force unit that patrolled minority neighbors wrote almost 12,000 traffic tickets over an 8-year period. More than 70% of them went to Southern Kingdom, Northern Kingdom motorists. I mean, come on, man. All right. Report number of Northern Kingdom killed by police is off the charts. All right, this was November 17, 2021. Okay, between 1980 to 2019, police violence caused 30,800 deaths, according to a new report published in The Lancet. The Northern Kingdom experienced the second highest rate of police violence during fatalities after Southern Kingdom. Right, and it only makes sense because, all right, Judah's the head tribe, okay, and who put up Yahushua on the cross, okay, mainly Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. So yeah, it only makes sense that they're gonna get the full brunt of the hit, but also Northern Kingdom is gonna get it too, okay. The tribes are pressed together. That's the point, all right. We got to stop this tit for tat. All right, we're all oppressed together, man. All right, and this is coming from the U.S. National Vital Statistics System. All right, you know what? Let me get Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts. Okay, this is Jeremiah 50. Let's go up to the first verse. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 1. the word that the Lord spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophet. Okay, this is against Babylon. All right, so that's clue. Jumping down to 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were pressed together. Right, this isn't talking about ancient Babylon. Remember, northern kingdom was already removed by the Assyrian Empire. Okay, and then they took counsel together. All right, you got to read the Apocrypha. Okay, and they said, hey, let's go. Okay, keep the commandments in a land where no man dwelleth. Okay, which is over here in the New World. And they took a ship. All right, it took them a year and a half to get to. It's in 2nd Esdras chapter 13, around the 40th verse. You can read it from there. All right. So, of course, this verse right here is talking about a new Babylon, okay? Mystery Babylon, okay? America, period. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were pressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. Right, we're still in captivity. We need to be delivered, okay? That's why it says in 34, the Redeemer is strong. Who's our Redeemer? Yahushai, who the word English calls Jesus. The Lord of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet inhabitants of Babylon. Right, meaning he's going to judge this place, all right, for what they did to us, okay? Another article, a new docu-series, Murder in Bighorn, spotlights the missing and murdered indigenous women crisis. Right, Vogue, okay? So all the tribes are catching hell here, all right? That's why, again, Lamentation chapter 4, verse 18, they hunt our steps, that we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near, our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. 19, our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of the heaven. They pursued us upon the mountains. They lay wait for us in the wilderness, all right? It's these Edomites that are oppressing us, okay? And this should be a wake-up call, a sign like, oh yeah, we're the tribes, man. All right, we're all catching hell, all right, by this heathen, this Edomite, this so-called white man, all right? Let's get Amos chapter 1, verse 11. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword. Who's Esau, Edom's brother, Jacob, progenitor of 12 tribes, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. Right, and this is an example, okay? These articles, all right? And that's why in 12, but I will send a fire upon Teman, which shall devour the palaces of Basra. Right, and America is going to be destroyed with nuclear fire, okay? And that's why you Jakes, you need to repent, all right? Or you're going to get judgment, all right? I'll bring out one more. Isaiah chapter 47, verse 6. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted my inheritance and give them into thy hand. Thou didst show them no mercy upon the ancient. Thou hast very heavily laid thy yoke. Right, and when you go into the NLT version, it slaps. It says, for I was angry with my chosen people. Who are the chosen people? The Israelites, the 12 tribes of Israel, and punished them by letting them fall into your hands. But you, Babylon, show them no mercy. You oppressed even the elderly. Elderly are being oppressed. Okay. All right. Let's see this. Let's see this. I'm curious. Follow along. Elderly minorities. Okay. Elderly minorities. Crisis. Let's do that. Okay. Let's do news. I know I did a lesson on the elderly being oppressed. Yeah, here we go. Mental health experiences of older Southern Northern Kingdom adults in U.S. health system. Okay. Okay. Southern and Northern Kingdom adults often experience racism and a lack of respect in the health system. Which can deter them from seeking mental health. All right. And it's the elderly that are going in to see mental health, man. Not the young, it's the elderly. Okay? Let's see if there's any more in here. You get the point. All right. The elderly Israelites, okay, are always catching hell, man. All right. That's it on that. So yeah, I don't want to beat a dead horse. I mean, you get the point. All right. Hey, that's why the Lord is going to judge. Let's go back to Isaiah chapter 47. Let's read 6 again. And then 7. I'll read 7, 8, and 9. And yeah, 9. Yep. Isaiah chapter 47, verse 6. I was wroth with my people, and I polluted my inheritance, and give them into thy hand. Thou didst show them no mercy upon the ancient, hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. 7. And thou sayest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Right, and that's Esau and his pride. He thinks he's not going to be judged for what he's doing to our people, what he's doing to us. But hey, newsflash, the Lord is bringing you down. You're going into World War III. All right, get ready for nuclear war, and get ready for a civil war too, because that's going to kick off. 8. Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly. Hey, this is America. That sayest in thy heart, I am and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. 9. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come they shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, pharmakia, okay, the witchcraft, aka trust the science, okay, all right, the witchcraft media also, and the great abundance of thy enchantments. 10. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee, and thou hast said in thy heart, I am none and else beside me. Again, this is talking about the Edomites. All right. 11. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from hence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Right. And that's why these people, if you look, all you got to do is drive around, okay, every major town and city on Friday, Saturday, okay, or Thursday, because college night, okay, these people are partying like they ain't World War III kicking off, like World War III ain't about to happen, like a civil war ain't about to come, like the economy ain't gonna collapse, okay. This is that careless city. So Lord one, let's edifying again, man. These articles prove, all right, that our people are catching hell from this Edomite. And to you knuckleheads out there talking about the 12 tribes chart, hey, what do you got to say about these articles? All right, these are current events. These are okay, modern current events. All right, I didn't even go into the history of Christopher Columbus. All right, and the conquistadors. All right, and the transatlantic slave trade. All right, these are just current events right now, and all the tribes. All right, all the 12 tribes are catching hell. So repent. Okay, humble down or get hit with a nuke. And with that, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Rakakradash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who grew well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And citation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep it door, keep the faith, keep pushing, keep fighting, keep studying. Pray without ceasing. Pray for each other. Pray for the apostles and elders. We're almost out of here. All right. To the futures that are watching, keep studying when you pray, pray, cover. Shalom and abad rabal. Shalom.